Poundland has revealed its £1 engagement ring, you did hear right, have been flying off the shelves since they started selling them last month. Well, according to the budget retailer, they sold 20,000 in just 1 week. So is this an indication that we're turning our backs on the expense and traditions surrounding engagements and weddings? Well, recent figures show that although the average ring now costs over £2,500, only 8% of people think you need an engagement ring to propose. And only 15% of 18 to 24-year-olds think an engagement ring is necessary at all. Well, here to talk about this is the journalist Rebecca Reid. And journalist, Rebecca, forget about romance being dead. It's buried, we're going to have the funeral. This is not romantic, surely.
I don't think so. I think there's something quite romantic about a £1 ring. When my dad bought my mum's...
Romantic? Yeah, £1 ring?
When my dad bought my mum's, he apparently went into H. Samuel and said, I've got 50 quid in half an hour, what can you do for me? And I still think that's quite romantic. I think if you want to marry somebody and you love them, the fact that you necessarily can't afford to spend thousands of pounds isn't a bad thing.
Wait a minute, £50? Your dad?
But
when was this?
This is 1987.
OK, so even £50
so that's probably 250 quid now.
Exactly, that's a lot of money. I mean, how would you feel if your other half rocked up and proposed to you and you found out it only cost £1? What do you think about you, how he feels about you and values you, Rebecca?
I would like to think that I'm mature enough not to equate how much somebody spends on me with how much they value me. It's something I've really noticed in myself. I had a really bad tendency to Google how much my Christmas presents cost.
Oh, my gosh.
To look at the receipt for my birthday present.
So then you could not possibly like a £1 ring.
But I think possibly, if you are happy with a £1 ring, that says a lot about your marriage and your relationship. Maybe that says how right you are for each other if you're happy about it.
Well, how much, if you don't mind me asking, how much did your ring cost? Did it break your bank?
So I don't know exactly how much mine was, but it was around £3,000, and this is 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So it was quite expensive.
So
and at
really,
the time,
you'd be OK with £1?
So if we did it again now,
ring,
I probably wouldn't go for £1. But if we did it again now, I think I'd get a man-made diamond, because they look the exact same unless you're a jeweller, and they cost about 250 quid for quite a big one. And I was so suckered into the idea that you needed a big one. First of my friends to do it, 24 years old, thought it was a representation of how loved I was, and it really threw our whole finances off, because £3 is a lot of money to lose.
A lot of money.
You know, I remember when we paid our rent that month thinking, oh my gosh, what are we going to eat? And really, was that a good thing to do? Probably not.
I mean, if you look at social media and how many people are posting their weddings, and also because of the pressure of posting their weddings on social media, they're spending more money. I think on average, a wedding costs more than 30 grand today.
And if you think about that, is more than the average salary for somebody in the UK.
That's a deposit for a house.
Exactly, and that's the problem, is that we talk about not being able to afford. I did this myself, so I am totally in the wrong. But I had a beautiful, incredible, very expensive wedding, and I don't own property. Now, was that a sensible way to spend money? Can you live in a wedding? Absolutely not. But would I change it? Maybe not. But I would have gone. I'd still do the big wedding, but I think I'd go for a smaller ring this time.
I mean, some people would say it's maybe a temporary thing. You can give me £1,
exactly,
while we save up for a more expensive
but I think
ring.
Also, we're looking at much more creative ways to get engaged now. So, for instance, I know people who've gone 50-50 on paying for the engagement ring. Okay. Now, I know there are women who'd be horrified by that, but realistically, you're the one who's wearing it. You're the one who's you're the one who it belongs to, even legally. So, why shouldn't you put in some money if you really want a big one?
Well, I don't think my surname will be Armah if he rocks up with a £1 ring. I'll tell you that right now. But Rebecca Reid, really good talking to you. Thank you.